Finally. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my live. So today, just like I have said on the page earlier, we're going to be making a short. It's going to have elastic on the waistline, and also there'll be rope. You know that type that used to be on joggers or tracksuits? Yes, that is how it's going to look. So, and if there's enough time, we are going to be cutting the body. The body is going to be a shirt, but a kimono shirt, like cut together shirt. I'm unable to show you guys the style, but if you're watching on YouTube, the thumbnail is already the style we are making. Okay, you're welcome. Let me know where you're watching me from. In the evening today, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, I'm going to be making a live video on YouTube on how you can set price for your fashion business. So we're going to be discussing pricing. So we're going to be discussing pricing in the evening today. At any time in this broadcast, if there's anything I'm doing that you don't understand, feel free to ask. If you cannot hear me, also feel free to indicate so that we can be on the same page. Like I said, we are making shirts and shorts, but the short is going to have elastic waist. Then there will be rope at the same time. You know that type that you usually see on joggers, on tracksuit. That is the type we're going to be making. Okay, and then the shirt is going to be a kimono shirt that is cut together bodies with collar. I hope time will permit us. So let me hurry up so that I can quickly bring out the measurement. I have the measurement here. Which color of shirt will I use that will show very well? Hmm? Hi, you're welcome to my page. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using for the shirt. If you're on YouTube, the style I'm making is already used as the thumbnail, so I believe you'll see it there. But Facebook people don't know how to show you, but I've explained to you. I hope it's clear. You understand what I'm making. Let me get some color shock so that we can see the one that is going to be very clear on the fabric. Let me check first. Is white showing? Let's try different. Hey, red. Will it not be too? Nah. I'm trying to do like shock test to know the one that will show the most. Which one is showing? The white, right? The white is better. So let's use white. Okay, so I'll start by drafting the short because that's basically the thumbnail. That's basically the title of this live stream. But if time permits, we are going to be doing the shirt as well. So it's going to be a 2-in-1. So I'm going to quickly tell you the measurement you need. To make a short, you need because it's going to have elastic. So you only need hip circumference measurement and then the length of the pant. You need the hip circumference measurement and the length of the pant. Is it clear? Or you guys want me to show you how to take the hip measurements? Is it showing me? Then you just take round your hip circumference like this. Can you see? Just like this. Then the length of the pant. The person said I should make the length of the pant to be 19. So it should be somewhere here. All right, back to the table. So the length of the pant is 19. So from the M line, I'm going to measure that 19 plus seam allowance. So that will be 21. I'm using 1.5 as the seam allowance. So it's going to stop here. But because it's going to have band, you subtract the band from it. So I'm just going to minus 1 from it. So instead of putting my starting point line here, I'm going to do the starting point line at 1. Can you see? Then I'm going to just roll it. So the next thing is to measure down the crotch depth. To calculate the crotch depth, you divide the hip circumference by 4. Is it clear? I'm trying to. Okay, so you divide your hip circumference by 4. So the hip circumference I'm working with is 44. Our hip is 44. Is it 44? No, it's 43. Let's calculate. Calculator is lost though. Let's say 44. At least I can divide 44 with my head. Then I will minus a little from it. So 44 divided by 4, that would be 11. But as is 43, that would be 10.75. Yes, 10.75. You put the 10.75 here. That is how to determine your crotch depth, okay? Then you roll it again. If you notice, I did not minus the band from the crotch depth. Reason is that we don't want it to be a low waist. It's just going to be starting around the navel area. Do you understand? So that is why. But if you want it to be a low waist, you can minus the band from the crotch depth. But we are not doing that here. All right. We already have the length that we want. So here now, we are going to measure inward the seam allowance that we are going to be using for this short. I don't want it to be snug on our body, so I want the seam allowance to be 2 inches. Then there will be ease out of these 2 inches. So when I'm closing with 1, so there will be ease at the end of the day. So the first thing I measure here is the seam allowance. Let me just roll it straight up this way. Then from here now, you measure here the hip divided by 4, which is 10.75. Then to get your crochet extension, we are not doing cut together. As you can see, we are cutting the front separately. So to get your crochet extension, you divide the hip circumference by 20 the front to get the crochet extension. So 44 divided by 20. That will be 2.2. Be asking them, they can help us to divide it. I don't know. If you are watching, please kindly help me to divide. Our actual hip is 43. I just use 44 there so that it's easy for me to divide. So now, 43 divided by 20. Please, somebody should quickly help me to do that in the comment section and type it. I've not been to this shop since on Monday. So I don't even know where the calculator is. Check from the comment section. They can help us. We are here together. So you guys should help out.
2.15.
2.15. Okay. So you're going to measure it here this way. 2.15. So that is the crotch extension. First off, you roll it from the actual hip measurement. This is where the hip measurement is. Roll it upwards like this. Then you can finish your with your French cuff, getting like a cuff to come and meet this your crochet extension. Do you understand? Like I said, it's going to have elastic and rope at the same time. So you need to stay tuned and let's do the sewing tutorial together so that you can see how I'm going to sew it. And this is basically it. You don't need to put the waist circumference here. There's no need to put waist circumference here because it's going to have elastic. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to put how wide we want it at the hemline here. So first off, you locate the center from this crochet extension to your actual measurement. This is the actual measurement. So you locate the center. This is the center. You take it all the way down this way. Then here you are now going to put the lap measurement, or if you did not measure it the way I used to do, whatever thing I have here now, this is 6.5. I will just minus 1. So that'll be 5.5. So that it's not snug. But if you want it to be snug, just measure your lap. I cannot raise my leg where I'm not wearing trousers. So just measure your lap, just like this. Where you want it to stop, you measure it snugly the way you want it, okay? And put the measurements here. But if you are doing it the way I'm doing it, just see from here to here, measure whatever it is, minus 1, and put it here, okay? Here now, I'll measure 1.5. So it's not going to be too wide and it's not going to be snug. Then basically, that's all. With the frontal, you're still going to cut the back. So this is the front. You're going to cut this out. So if you have question, ask now. So can you see? This is the front. We're going to cut the back now. You have to pay attention to your gray line so that everything will follow the same shape. There's no question, right? You know what my manager told me? He said because I'm detailed, that's why sometimes I don't see comments under my post. Honestly, that is what she said. So the fabric is folded into 2 again. Honestly, I don't want to use this fabric. Okay. I don't understand. Is it this? You know, here I went in by 1.5 and here by 1. Just to shape it, to give it, to make it taper here. Like I said, you can use the lap circumference, like you can measure your clients. I even show you how you can measure it now. Then you put the measurement here. Assuming you measure it now, probably maybe is I'm coming. Let me leave the camera. I cannot put my lap in the okay. So for me at that point is 23. So that 23, you divide it into 4. 23 by 4. For example, if you measure it, 23 by 4, what is it? 5.5. There's nothing I can divide on my head. Let's assume that it's 5.5. So you put the 5.5 here. From this line, you take the 5.5 to the left, then you come back again, put the 5.5 to the right. Then you know we added allowance here, so your allowance is coming here. Basically, that's what we have done. So okay. Oh, thank you.
Good morning, ma. Please, how to sew all this?
You pin it. Anything that is difficult for you to sew, don't say because you're an expert. Pin, use pins. You see that I usually use pins in my video, no matter how expert you think you have.
On a million. Ma, please,
Hey,
how did
baby,
you
Lily.
get 5.5?
Which 5.5? You guys are confusing me now. I told you that if you did not measure the client, after locating the midpoint, you know, from this is the actual hip measurement here. From here to here is the actual hip measurement, that is hip divided by 4, from here to here. Then our crochet extension is hip divided by 20. And I even asked you guys to help me to divide it, and somebody said it's 2.15. And this is what I measured here. Then you get the curve that is coming this way. And I said for you to know how to hand it at this lower part, locate the actual measurement from, okay, no, from this your seam allowance to your crochet extension. Locate the center, which is this line that we have here. Or is the line not visible? This is customer clothes. Let me not put too much up, but why shock? It's fine. So from this is the, see, this place now is allowance. This is allowance. From here to here is allowance. Okay. So from here to here is where you have your measurements. Then from here to here is the crochet extension. So I said locate the center from your actual measurement, not from the allowance. From here now, measure it to this point. Locate the center. This is the center. You roll it straight down. Then here now, whatever measurement you have here, measure it and put it here at the lower part. Then that is what gave me this one. Whatever measurement you have here, you put it here, but then you minus 1 from it so that you can have shape around your thigh. You don't want the mouth to open, but if you want the mouth to open, you can take it, see, from this hip measurement now, take it straight down. From here also, take it straight down. You understand? But we want it to have shape around the thigh area. We don't want it to open mouth too much. You understand? So that's why you subtract 1 from whatever thing you have from here to here and put it. That is what gave me this shape. Can you see this shape that I have here? Then here, I minus 1.5 from, instead of having it straight this way, for example, it's supposed to come like this, straight like this, but I minus 1.5 to now give me this curvy shape. Ask them if I have asked her the question. Check the thumbnail. The thumbnail will show you the picture of what because I'm making it short. It's going to have elastic and rope on the waistline. Oh, okay. Can we go ahead? It's jumping. Then it means the needle or the settings of your machine. You can change the needle to a ballpoint needle. Ballpoint needle, they sell it for stretchy material. Or you use paper. If it's jumping, put paper. And if you don't want to put paper, check the machine settings. Ask your engineer to come and see it. All right, so can we proceed now? Okay, so I folded another fabric into 2. Then I placed the front on top of it, as you can see, leaving some space here at this upper part, about 1.5. Okay, can you see? Now let's proceed. So for the crotch extension here, we have 2.15. This same 2.15, you measure it where this front is stopping. 2.15. Ooh, this thing is entering, but to enter allowance. Do you understand? So meaning the crotch extension for the back would be 4.3. 4.3. Do you understand? Okay. So next is having elastic, so you don't need to reverse anything. So from here, just raise it upward, just like this, and then you connect it this way. I'm raising it by 1.5. Can you see? Then here I'll measure 1 at the lower part and connect it. You can use your hand if you don't have pant cuff. Then we'll cut it out. That's all. It's having elastic, so you don't have to do too much. Hmm? Please, if you have question, ask. And also click the like button. Let me know that you're enjoying it. You can also share it so that you can easily come back to it later.
Does this method work for everybody?
Yes, yes. Everybody is tested and trusted. You know, I saw for commercial. I saw for big, small, medium. If you're following me on Facebook, you will know. I saw for every size. So any method I'm teaching you works for all.
Okay, because I noticed you left half
Down part. Yes. Just step away a little. That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it. Okay, so that's all. So let's go and sew it now. Okay, ask them in the comment section. Should we go and sew it now? So that I'll cut the band, we'll do everything and complete. Or I should cut the body, like the top. Which one do you guys want? I can just give you a sewing tip. If anyone you choose, that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to sew it now, sew it like this. This is the back. Ah, no. You take one back and one front. One back and one front. You know the one I'll do that will be easily understood.
this controversy. When I like cut everything once more. Yes, so it now. Okay, or should we cut or should we sew?
This is the back. This is the back.
Please, does this cost measurement work for everyone or just for elastic shorts?
If you are making a fitted pant, I have another technique. But if you still want to adopt this, it will work. But you can see that we did not put waist circumference here. So this is for elastic.
Let me see Alexander.
So this is the back. Can you see? This is the back. So we are seeing it this way. I've pinned it. Then the front, still the same way. I'm just looking for a method to explain this one so that I don't complicate things for you guys.
Okay, one.
What
How
happened?
many do you use for the upper part?
Which one is longer?
Like that's the back side.
1.5. It's 1.5. So if you are sewing it, you first sew here. The network is bad.
Okay,
Facebook, can you hear me? How's the if they can hear me? Because the last time that thing happened when I was doing live, they were not hearing me again. So if on YouTube, please, if you can hear me, kindly indicate in the comments. Because I remember that thing that happened right now is what happened that last week that you guys couldn't hear me again. We should cut the blouse bar. So we should forget the sewing. Nobody should ask me for the sewing, no. Yeah, you cannot eat your cake. What do you mean? You can also sew. You don't just waste time. So let me just explain the sewing. This is the back. Just sew it like this. Sew the front too like this. Then you place them on top of each other like this. After you have joined that crochet area, place them on top of each other. Right side facing right side. So just like this, right? Can you see? Then you sew here. This inseam area. You make sure you align the joining here together and sew. Then after that, you sew the side. I think I'll put pocket though. I'll put pockets. Then put the band. I've used mouth to sew it for you guys. So let's cut the body. Don't worry, I will do the sewing tutorial. We'll sew it together. Don't worry, you guys. But it depends on how fast we're able to finish with the upper part. The shirt is cut together with the body. Okay, just want to be sure I'm using the right side. Eh? If that one you cannot explain until you are sewing it and you are seeing it. So don't worry. I will be fast so that we can just sew that short. I really want us to learn. Please, YouTube, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so let me quickly give you a tip on how to measure what you want. Let me bring the mannequin. Can you shift the camera a bit? So from the style, you can see that the hand is cut together with the body. So you just measure from the center back here, from here. This is the center back. If it's human being, from here, this bone that is here. So you measure it to where you want the sleeve to be. This place is okay. This is 18. It's not too long. It's the 17. From the center back to the desired sleeve length, we are going to make it to be 17. Okay. Then you take the body circumference measurement, the bust. Take the bust. Take the bust, you take the waist, then you take the hip. Okay, just like that. So let's get back to the table. So I said we want it to be 17. So you measure from this fabric is folded into two, by the way. I'm cutting the back first. So we want it to be 17. Then there's allowance. Put the allowance. Let's do 2.5 for the allowance. This line that I want to take now is going to be the shoulder. That is the starting point. So the first measurement you take is the nipple point measurement. The nipple point measurement, that is shoulder to nipple. Shoulder to nipple. So height is 10.5. Then the next thing is the waist length. The waist length is 17. Then the blouse length. Blouse is long, but I've forgotten the picture on my head. I think I can minimize, right? You guys should hold on a bit. Okay. So we are going to be making the blouse length to be 28 inches. Can you see? So let me just extend the lines. I think I'm choking the good side. Secondly, I'm choking the good side. Oh God. After that, I should continue. Let's just continue. I will not make the shock to be too big. This is the good side I'm choking. I don't want to put too much shock again. So here now, you're going to put the bust circumference divided by 4. The bust circumference is 42 divided by 4. That'll be 10.5. Put the 10.5. Then you put your seam allowance. I'm using 1.5 as the seam allowance. Out of this 1.5, we'll have half as is. So when I'm closing with 1. Then here on the waistline, you put the waist circumference divided by 4. The waist circumference is 33 divided by 4. That will be 8.25. But the shirt is free. It's not snug on the body. So I'm going to add the ease separately. I'm going to add 1 inch ease on the waistline. 1 inch. Then the seam allowance is 1. I told you I use 1.5 here because half is at this point. Okay. Then here you put the hip divided by 4. Hip is 44 divided by 4, 11. You also want it free. You're doing 1 and then allowance. Then you connect together. So can you see it? So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, I'll go up by 1.5, and here I'll come down by 1.5, so that I can give it this round shape. If there's anything now that is not clear to you, please feel free to ask me. So the next thing is to slant this area. Here you come in by 3 inches, then here 1.5, then you connect. And you see, then you had your seam allowance that you use and sew it half. So can you see, this is what we have now. Next is to put the neck. The neck depth is going to be half, and then the neck width will remain 3. Half. Because it's going to have shirt collar. And basically that's all for the back. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Please ask question before I cut it out. It's easy for me to answer question when I've not cut it down, when I'm already done cutting. Hmm? 2 years not been enough. I don't know. I don't know. Eh? Ah, how can you say you want to sew up and down with 1 yard? Just the up. Yes, now. Eh, 1 yard. Come in. Don't confuse my head. I don't know how many years will be enough for you. Just buy 3 years. If you're doing short and the shirt, 3 years should be enough. Check if there's question. The hand is wide. Big. So if you don't want the hand to be wide, you put the round sleeve measurement from here now. Assuming you measure it and it's somewhere here. You just put the round circumference measure. Let's assume that it's 14. You just put the 7. Then you put allowance. So from here you connect like this. If you don't want it too wide like this, but from the style it's wide. So that's why we are maintaining what we have here. Don't miss tonight's live session. We're going to be discussing pricing. So can you see? Next, we'll draft the front. We are using this to just cut the front. It's not safe we are drafting the front separately. Are we still good? There's volume, there's everything. It's clear, no network issue. Okay. You guys should click the like button. Show your girls some love. Show some love. This lady, the fact when she gave me safe blinked. Okay. Nipple points now. I use 10.5. Use your own nipple point from shoulder to nipple. Show the person. See from here. From shoulder like this to your nipple point. Okay. I did not come down with one, no, because we are not stopping it at the shoulder now. It's stopping at the sleeve length. So I came down by 1.5. Assuming it's stopping at this is our shoulder is 8 now, from here to here. Assuming it's 8 now, come down by 1 when it's still straight and then connect. You already know that method, right? But here now, because it's extended to the hand, so I came down by 1.5, then 3 here and slope it. Then when I was done, I had allowance. You need to add allowance because you need to join it back. So you had your 1/2 inch allowance back to the line. Okay? Hope I've answered you. I want to cut it such that she'll still be able to use this fabric for another thing. The data cancel. check if there's question. You guys should feel free to ask questions. So you're just going to place this directly on top, and then you had the button stand in front, like the way we used to add zip allowance in front. But this time around, it's going to be 3 inches.
Me too. So
You so Lily, do you want to jump here?
my the name of the material.
This one look like men material. Look like men material. Yes, it's men material. Those senator material, but it's soft. Yes, it's original. You can use crepe to do it. You can even use chiffon. You can use Ankara. You can use anything. There's no fabric you cannot use for this particular style. So feel free to use any fabric you desire. This time around, no rules, no regulations. So here will be 3 inches. 3 inches. Then you cut everything exactly the same. The only difference is that the front neck is going to be 3 inches. So we already use half here. So we'll just place half like this outside this neck point, and then you measure the 3 down. Hey baby, thank you. Still should dress my friend and my sister, my sweetheart. So do you guys understand the way I did it here? Everything remained the same. The only thing is that you had extension of 3 inches here, and then you make sure the front neck is 3 inches. And you know, we already use half for the back. So from this neck point, you can just measure 2.5. So can you see it? Then you create your button stand. First, you fold it once, and then you fold by 1 inch rather, like this. Then you fold again, like this. If you do it like this, it's going to be easy for you to sew. You just put your hemming gum inside. If you don't want to use hemming gun, you can also pin so that when you're sewing, you'll be taking out the pins. If you put hemming gun, it will just stay in place. So this is the front. The button stand is right there. No water. So this is the back, okay? So let me explain how you sew it. The first thing is for you to go and sew this place that we already folded, this button stand. Then after that, place them on top of each other. Right side facing right side. So can you see? This is what you have. You finish it, you know. That's all. You cut collar and put collar. So should we just go and sew the shorts? Now that we should go and off the and end the live video.
Okay, so is there a particular way of placing the hemming gum? Because it has not worked for me. The hemming gum.
Hemming gum is fusible on both sides though. So I don't know. Maybe your iron is not hot.
Maybe she's making it come out.
I don't understand. Hemming gum, anywhere you put it, is going to stay together. Like it would marry each other. Let's do test now. You see it. Any side you put it, it's going to stick together. See. Yes, I did not put something on. Anyway, both sides are fusible. See? I force it to open. Can you see? So doesn't have good side or bad side. Both of them are fusible. It's fusible on both sides.
Yes, let's continue.
So let's cut the band. The band is going to be your hip circumference measurements. Hip circumference measurement plus your hip circumference measurement plus this thing plus 1 inch for sewing.
Let's continue this and the rest of that.
Yes, so moderator is back. We can hear her voice now. Just that she's doing silent observer. Yeah, I don't want to waste the fabric. I want the daughter to sew from it. So let's find a way around it. I'm looking for 44 plus 1, making 45. Let's see whether this one will give me 45. This is 44. So use this side. But let me trim off all these jagmajantis there. It's not up to. Oh, anyhow I cut it, the daughter will still see. She Kokoma no send me message. Now me dey send myself. Ah, they miss you, oh, honestly speaking. Every time. I can't they wonder self say I been na only moderator them like.
Thank you. Give a blessing, Susan.
Because everywhere we just be quiet. I will just do sharp sharp like this and just end the live stream because like I say the live moderator pass the content creator.
No possible.
But that is what I was feeling like. It's not good I tell you what I was feeling like.
Okay. You call you. You can. I need the list of shorts and t-shirts.
Was okay. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on kids shorts and shirts. Since I'm delving into kiddies wear now, they just keep bringing me children clothes. I'm loving it. I posted the tutorial on how to make that ball gown that I made that was it on Monday? I already posted it on the YouTube channel, but it's just for the channel's member alone. It's exclusive to them. I want them to enjoy premium Igbadun before I will make it live. And I don't know when I will make it live for others to watch. I just want the channel members to feel special because they are actually very special. Okay, so we need the hip measurements. Hip measurements, which is 44 plus 1, making 45. So I need length 45 here. Don't worry, I'm going to be explaining what I'm doing to you guys. I want to use this regular elastic. I don't want to use that 2 inches band. Just a minute, guys. Let me bring out the elastic. It's different. Where is that elastic now? We have it plenty now. While you are looking for it, let me just be using how to tell them. You need elastic that is not this one. You know that 1 inch elastic. 1 inch elastic. It should be here. Yes, it's here. But we white not be better. Anyway, it's not going to show. So we need this elastic. I want to use this elastic. You can also use that 1.5, or but it's this one I want to use. Okay. So first of all, you fold your fabric like this. You can do half, but I want this whole number to go inside. You understand? Then like this. Such that you are sure it's going to accommodate your elastic. Then I'll iron it down. This is the wrong side. So unfold here is 1.25. The way I folded it now is 1.25. It's almost 1.5, but it's not up to 1.5. Okay. Then I'll trim. See, from this edge now, just leave 1/2 inch and trim it straight. You can measure it, but I'm doing it by sides. So the next thing is to locate where we want the rope to come out from. So locate the center. This is 45. Half of it is here. Let's do the old method. This is the center, right? So to the left, let me shift it back so you guys can see it. This is the center. So you measure 1 inch to the left and then 1 inch to the right. Can you see like this? Then I'll create a tiny circle just like this. We are supposed to do this circle on the wrong side. I'll still turn the fabric. Let them be on the same level, just like this. Okay. Then you get your this thing. Ask question if you don't understand, please, before I proceed. I've marked where I want the rope to be coming out from, here and here. So this is what I'm just going to do. See, I've opened it back. And I'm just going to place it directly like this. This circle is supposed to be here. Do you understand? Do the same thing here as well. That your circle will be more like you're just transferring just circle to this point. So can you see? So I'll pin it down so that it will not shift. Then I'll go to the machine. I will sew round this circle, notch, flip it to the wrong side and iron. So any question before I proceed? No question, right? So let's go to the sewing machine. This is machine. So for you to know the length of the elastic you are going to cut out, just place your elastic like this. The hip measurement is 44. So drag your elastic to that 44 and then cut it off. You can shift your hand a little bit, maybe by half. So that will be your allowance. So this is the elastic that you're going to be inserting inside. See? You have your 44 there. For people that may want to know, let me tell you the length of the elastic. For this method I'll show you, that's how to get your elastic anytime, any day. Here we have 24.5. So, as you faint. Oh, why you not talk sis now? What's the person's name? That person must buy me coke. Okay, why now? I know her since. So you have your band like this. Ask her whether she understood it to this point. Is it clear to this point? Like the way you have it, normal band. This is the normal band. You have the folded edge here. You have half inch to sew it here. Is it clear up to this point? What's her name again? I forgot. Funke, answer me so that we can move on. That's what I'm doing. What I'm asking is, do you understand it to this point that we have it like this? Okay, since nobody's answering. So once you have it, just the way you used to attach band to skirt, to pant, to anything, this is just the normal way, right? You fold it, then you have your allowance for sewing it. You see, like this. This edge is folded. This place is the allowance for sewing it to the body. Then you now come and top stitch here. If it's clear to that point. Now, let's take the rodododo that I draw at the center. Let's take it again. So you locate the center of the band. This is the center of the band. And I mark it. I mark it here. Then to the left, I measure 1 inch. To the right, I measure 1 inch. Then I draw a circle. You make sure that circle they're on the same level. Do you understand? Then you just cut just the pieces and you place it on that circle. You are going to be using it to turn it. But before you sew it and turn it, you have to open it up completely so that you don't mistakenly step on what you are doing. Do you understand? Open it up like this. Then place this thing directly on top of it like this so that you can sew round this circle. And then the other one, you sew round the circle. When we are done, we notch, turn to the good side and iron. Okay? Is it clear now, Funke and the other person that asked? Okay. I like it when you ask questions. So always feel free to ask questions. If you ask questions, I will definitely reply you. So can we go to the table, to the sewing machine? Will this one not do? Do rope, or you cut rope for me later. Just a straight rope. You cut it, Abby? Yeah. Do you know we are using two phones? We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube. So you turn them, all of them. I'm sewing blue. Let me use blue tape. Yeah. Machine things. If you're on YouTube, you know you can send me super sticker and super thanks by saying, Inka, thank you. Buy more with this one. Send me super thanks and say, thank you, Inka. And I will appreciate it. And I'll give you shout outs and blow you kisses.
One now, because I'm late. Would you put the love on broadcast?
Will I post it later? Yes. Since we posted it. Yeah, very little because we have finished the cutting, like both the shorts and the shirts, like everything. You are super duper late. You watch the replay and stay tuned and watch the sewing and give me moral support. So let's start with this band. I know this is what is confusing people. Let me pin it. I don't want to take any chances. This is the good side. This is the good side. This is the good side of the band. That is up. They should be on the same level, okay? Like this. Then we're going to stitch. You want to sew a tiny circle. Do you still remember the time you were learning? I was teaching you how to sew circle. Very having it that time. It was not easy. See that I'm not running. Don't want to sew around though, because the circle is really tiny. Oopsie. Don't run, no, don't be like me. Do it gently so that you can have a perfect circle. Like I said, make sure it's flat before you start stitching so that you don't catch any of the part of the band. Do you want me to reduce the height of the tripod? Okay. All right, so next, take off the pins, cut your circle. Don't cut your seam, but if you cut your seam, go back and stitch it. Then push everything inside to the wrong side. Yeah, like I don't cut my stitch. Even me teacher, they say don't cut your stitch. I have to go back and redo it. See, I cut through my stitch, so I'll return it back to the way it was and restitch. It's not my photo, it's the fabric that is doing like that. It's pulling. What's going on this? It's in downwards completely. I'm going to resew it. Just losing completely. Leave that one first. Yes, I have it. Because of the texture of the fabric, it's pulling together. See, it's fraying. Make this hole no go too wide like this one. To prevent it from doing like that, let me put stay at the back. That's not necessary. Let me quickly do this thing. I just want to put interfacing at the back to prevent it from fraying. So I put interfacing here. I'll cut another screen. We can still use this one. Let me put at the back of this one too. Let me put on this other side and restitch it so it will not remove again if I'm cutting it. Here's the thread cutter. Is it clear on the table on the this? Can you guys see it? So after sewing that circle, you just flip the stuff to the wrong side. Make sure you don't cut your seam the way I mistakenly cut my earlier on. And you see, then you turn it to the wrong side. So can you see it? You do the same thing to this side. If there's anything that is not clear to you, ask me. I'm right here with you. This is the advantage of live class. You get to get your answer immediately. Hmm? Hi, Stephanie. Tell them now. My moderator said you should click the like button. Say it with your full chest. They are my people.
If you're enjoying what you watch.
So now go to the ironing table or iron this. You can see you have created a little tiny hole here. You can turn this thing to the table. So can you see? So I'll go now to the machine again. I'll just stitch around it like top stitching it, just like this, okay? But before then, let me fold this thing back. Let me not gamble. Let me top stitch it first because the cloth is fraying. Something is holding it. So you just stitch around it just to hold it down. So you have secured your little tiny hole. To the second side also like so. So I can trim off part of this excess that we have here. You see. Can you see this one? Now let me iron the band back to how it was. So can you guys see it? Now let's sew our shorts. The band is almost done, like almost ready. Let's go and iron this place for me. Just iron it like this. Let it lay flat. Here's the shirt. Where did I drop it? Here's the shirt. Yeah. Okay, just like I have explained earlier, you are going to stitch the crotch area together first. This is the front. So the way I have pinned it, you're going to stitch it like that. This thing I need weaving. The way it's free, it's on another level. Front done. Now this is the back. Okay, so before I proceed, let me quickly weave it. So place them on top of each other, right side to right side. Can you see? Then match this joining together. Then you make your stitch to the left and also to the right. Usually like starting from the center, just like this. You're stitching with 1/2 inch. Then you come back to this center again and sew to this other side. I like weaving as I sew. This is customer clothes. It's even very nice. I hope they can still hear me. Let's put pockets now. Yes, pockets will be good with it. Pass me pieces. I don't need to go to the table to look. Thank you, Stephanie. So I'll cut another one like this. So the pocket will sit 1.5 away from the waistline. One point five. Place the pocket right side to right side. And you guys talk together. So you guys should just give me 1 minute. Let me weave it. So the next thing now is to close the side. Here's the band that I gave you. Let me just measure it because they need to be equal. So can you guys see it? Also close the second side. So I'm done closing the side. The next thing is to hem the down parts. So if there's anything that is not clear to you, please ask me. I also pin it too, so that it's easy for you. Ha, when we are almost done. Don't worry, you will see what we're making when we are done. How many do we have? Just got small, let me add to it. It needs to be long. Just maybe cut extra 20. Everything needs to be the same thing. So next is the band. Let's lower the waistline in front a bit by ½ inch so that it's not going to be too high up there. This is the front part, okay? ½ inch. Yes, it's okay. So you need to be sure that they are exactly the same thing. So if one is longer than the other, you do your adjustment. You need to be exactly the same thing, okay? The band feels too long. Adjust it at the back. It's just long, just a tiny little bit. So I'm going to close the band just like maybe ½ inch or half. ½ inch is okay. It's not as if it's that wide. I'm going to post it later when we are done with this live. So now I'm done attaching the band. So the next is just to top stitch it. We already iron it, so just place it and top stitch. Can you still hear me? Ask them if they can hear me. Now I don't wise. That dude, that's it. They cannot hear me again. So I don't want that to happen again. So if you can hear me, please indicate so that we'll know. If not, we'll end the live class. They will hear me on that Facebook. Hi, George. Ask my YouTube family whether they are hearing me.
Okay, so yes.
Okay. You see what I'm doing? I'm just pinning it and ensuring the lines are following where they're supposed to follow. This place feels too thick. Let's debulk it. Do you know how to debulk? If you're debulking, this is your seam allowance. You will only trim one. You leave the other one. Understand? Just have to debulk. Hi, my South African queen. I have one client in South Africa. That woman is so sweet. Very, very sweet, like honey. Don't worry, you can always watch it later when I'm done. So the next thing is just to top stitch. So we're going to be top stitching now. The fact that we have iron it inside is going to be very easy. So you're just going to be stitching directly on it. I hope it's not urgent too. That's my uncle that called me. I know, husband. Let's be fast. Okay, so before I sew, it close, I left a little opening where I'm going to insert the elastic. Then after which we are going to sew it close completely. Hey, this is looking very, very hot. Very, very hot. Okay, so I'm going to fix the elastic now. I would have preferred white. Don't worry, we already got this one. I'm not be looking for white again.
Oh, you sure?
It's not going to shave them. I'm just telling you our last patient. This thing used to escape. No, it's to escape. No escape, I beg you. I'm kind of scared. It's all these pentacles. Okay. Just rush and finish so that I can just pick that call. That means it's urgent. The other phone is not here now. So just push the elastic inside. The reason why I push shock is just so I know that it's not twisted inside. That's the reason why. I hope you guys are seeing it. So can you see? Then you finish the space that you left. So I'm done. You can see this is the opening where we're going to be inserting the rope. So let's put the rope inside. Now this your rope, get a CPU. It's tiny, it's because I'm rushing now. That's another one later, but let me just choose this one to extend it to them. It's too tiny. And it's not straight. Now this one is so fine. So You know what, you guys? Let me just insert it so that you guys will see. Then I will make a proper rope later. So for when you are making your own rope, you do it like this. You sew it all the way to the end. You can make the width to be 2 inches so that it's easy for you to fold the way I have done like this. Then the length can be twice the waist length. Then you just insert the rope inside. This is what you usually see inside joggers, tracksuits, and so you do a proper rope, okay? So can you see that you can tie? Let me wait for this mannequin. Just give me 1 minute, let me iron it. Just 1 minute, guys. So that we can see the beauty very well. I wonder why it's calling me like that. Hope everything is fine. It's better like this. Maybe you should shift the camera a bit. Eh? So can you guys see it then? You have your rope that you can tie as well. And there's also elastic. Let me show you guys the back. Even though this is not human beings, looking really cute already. So that'll be the end of the tutorial for today. Thanks for watching. I need to go because I've been getting some calls. I need to attend to them. Stay sweet, guys. I love you. See you by 7 p.m. by the grace of God. God's willing. Bye. Don't know how to end that one. Okay.
What happened to the YouTube?
That is clear, right? No, Dennis, I don't even know it. Even me like this. Okay.